Hi guys, back with another video for you today, and I'm talking about some awesome deals again. Fragrance deals that you need to pay attention to and get yourselves these fragrances before they're no longer highly discounted. And I've got 10 fragrances here, plus 2 additional that I'm actually ordering for myself, and I want to highlight it for you guys as well, so you can get yourselves these fragrances if you're in the market for some new fragrances. So let's get started with the list. We've got one fragrance that's been discontinued. It is Cartier's L'Envol. This one right here. I know I have only a little bit juice left. I probably should get myself a bottle of it as well. And actually, no, I do have the previous edition of this bottle that was very thin glass, and I have a refill for it. Probably don't need it, but maybe I should get it. But this is discontinued from Cartier, and it's a honey-focused fragrance. And right now, online, you can get a 80 ml bottle of this, which this is right here. This is the right size. This is an 80 ml. It's $75, and it comes with a 100 ml body lotion. So what is this fragrance all about? I don't think this fragrance caught on like other Cartier fragrances, but I think it's definitely something solid. It's honeyed and musky. So it's sweet and powdery and very warm and kind of syrupy. And of course, very unisex, I think. Totally unisex for a fragrance. But I don't think people really got this. And what happened with this is the bottle, the original bottle for this was so awesome. I believe there was some kind of lawsuit. I think that's why they changed the bottle. But since it is discontinued and hard to find, I highly recommend you get this. It's an 80 ml bottle with a 100 ml body lotion. Discontinued fragrance, $80. Get it before it runs out. I think for any like a perfume hobbyist or collector or something that you want to check out, which is warm, honeyed, musky, powdery, definitely get yourself a bottle, because once these fragrances run out and the discontinued fragrances, leave and no longer with us, then people come out of the works and say, I wish that fragrance didn't get discontinued. I wish I can get a bottle, but too bad. Things get discontinued and we have to be on guard and make sure that things don't run out. So let's go to the house of Viktor and Rolf. This is Metallic Musk. So it's SPICEBOMB Metallic Musk. This is normally $155. And for a 90 ml, it's currently $90 for a 90 ml. So that's like $1 a mil or per mil. So it's highly discounted. And for me, it's silver, as you can see, it's silver. So it's called Metallic Musk. Yeah, they're giving us a metallic take on the SPICEBOMB DNA with musk. But I think that's created by musky notes and aldehydic notes. So there's warmth there. The original fragrance is quite warm, but this is contrasted with something metallic, musky, and clean and a bit ice cold. I think it's a great flanker. I appreciate this one much more than the leather that came out a couple of years back. I'm waiting for a Parfum. I'm sure they're going to do one. They should. I think it's totally warranted. But in the meantime, this metallic musk is really great. I really love it. It didn't make my top 50 of 2025 list, but it was quite close. So $90 for a 90 ml, normally $155. Totally worth having in your collection. Check that one out if you haven't yet. Let's go to some really great prices here. So the brand Floris, I don't know what's going on with them. I think they were distributed by the same folks that were distributing Creed, but I think Floris is kind of doing some changes for their bottles and packaging, and there's a lot of stock out there, really highly discounted, and I'm going to give you 2 of them right now, 2 of my favorites, first of which is Bergamotto di Positano. So if you go to Floris's website, I did, to check the suggested retail prices on these, the packaging has changed. This has been one of my favorites, currently $83 for 100 ml, normally $270 suggested retail in the new packaging. So it's a great deal. What's the deal with this one? What's the story about this fragrance? Bergamotto di Positano. So it's basically a marine aquatic, and yes, it's a marine, and I'm liking it because I normally don't like it. And it's a faint. It's more of a sea breeze rather than like swimming with the fishes marine. But you've got tea, you've got bergamot, you've got some light sweet vanillic touches, and that sea breezy note. And just the visual I get is sitting on a balcony on the coast in Positano, sipping on tea and eating like little cookies. And you're getting the sea breeze, the flavor, the lemony citrus, maybe you're, squeezing lemons in your tea. It's a really yummy take on a gourmand, not super sweet, lemony, tea, kind of lightly gourmand cookies, sweet, and of course that sea breeze together. So this is super delicious for $83, 100 ml. Really great price. So check that out. It's currently selling. All of these fragrances are tagged with timestamps. So as I'm talking about them, the products come up. So you can click on the screen with the button, the little products tab, and it'll open up a whole window on the side of all of these fragrances. So let's move on to the next one. This is also from Floris. This is Santal. Floris is Santal. This is actually a great alternative to the now discontinued Gucci Envy. If you have been missing Gucci Envy, this is the fragrance to get. And once again, I checked on the Floris website. 100 ml is $165. This is selling for $65 currently. It's $100 off. It's a super creamy take on sandalwood, but you've got some zing there because Envy from Gucci had that gingery zing. This has that kind of gingery zing, and it's also that creamy kind of slightly warm vanillic sandalwood, super cozy, but also very gentlemanly. There's some aromatic notes in there. There's citruses, but it's very classy and gentlemanly. It might come off a bit old school, but I think it's really, really great smelling fragrance. Really awesome. This is Eau de Toilette in comparison to the Bergamotto di Positano, which is Eau de Parfum. But if you're looking for a classy sandalwoody fragrance, definitely check out Santal from Floris. And if you've been missing your Gucci Envy, that will definitely satisfy. So that is 100 ml for $65. As I said, normally 100 ml for $65. Normally 100 ml for $165. Packaging is different now. So I think this is a replenishment of older stock since the brand has redesigned their labels and stuff. And speaking of sandalwood, going to the house of Juliette has a gun. It's Sunny Side Up. Sunny Side Up tester, 100 ml, $50. Normally this sells for $150. So you've got a great deal on a kind of a minimalistic take on super cozy, warm, and enveloping kind of sandalwood. What I really like about this sandalwood, I haven't spoken about it in ages, but there's something familiar about this. There's a little bit of a Mysore sandalwood kind of smell to it, but the name doesn't really, I guess, does it make sense? Sunny Side Up with sandalwood? I don't know if it does, but what I find out about this is super cozy, like one of the most cozy, like really, really enveloping, warm. It's like a warm hug. There's also musky notes in here. So the whole entire experience is super cozy because usually I find creamy, milky, lactonic takes on sandalwood to be cozy, musky fragrances to be cozy. And that's all you get with this one. It's very, very enveloping. It's woody. It's milky, it's lactonic and musky together for one awesome creation from the house. One of my favorites from this house, actually. It's definitely a top 5, and this is one of the older ones, and definitely one of the best in sandalwood. So it's Sunny Side Up, looks like an egg. My bottle has been around for over 10 years. It's kind of gotten a little gunky. I should probably get a new one, $50. So that is Sunny Side Up from the house of Juliette Has a Gun. 100 ml, $50 tester. So normally $150 for a regular price. So next, moving on to the house of Parfums de NICOLAI. This is Poudre de Musc Intense. This is also one of my favorites from this house. I'm only highlighting my favorites to you guys, ones that I've spoken about or are speaking about on the channel. This is 100 ml. This is not 100 ml right here. This is a 30 ml bottle, but the promotion is 100 ml for $92 and suggested retail is $235. So you've got a great discount on this. And if you like powdery musks, kind of baby powdery, a little champagne-y fizzy, I think you're going to like this one. I think I get pears, sparkling effervescence, like champagne-like qualities, maybe some slight rose, and then, of course, very musky, powdery, baby powdery type of effect happening. If you like powdery, you got to try this one, and especially if you also like with the powder, the champagne-y kind of fruity pear-like touches. It's really good. Really, really good. I only have a 30 ml and I've worn that much. I mean, I have access to a lot of fragrances here, obviously. So I can't wear everything all the time, but this bottle has been here probably a good 8 years, maybe 7. And I've worn that much and it smells fantastic to this day. Really wonderful stuff. So that is Parfums de Nicolai Poudre de Musc Intense 100 ml for $92. Normally 100 ml for $235. That's a great savings. So next, got my order wrong. Next, going to the house of MIZENSIR. It's Perfect Oud Extrait. So I'm shocked at how expensive this is if you go to the MIZENSIR website, because it says it's $420 for 100 ml. Extrait de Parfum version of the very popular Perfect Oud. This is Perfect Oud Extrait. So normally $420. Right now on the websites, the discounters, it's 100 ml for $168. So a great savings. Really, really great savings. It's more than 50% off. And basically, it's a darker take on Perfect Oud. I feel like it's lightly rosy, super spicy, and they've amped up something like Cypriol, which is to substitute for the idea of a Western oud. This is definitely a Western oud. It's not a Middle Eastern oud. It's not animalic. It's not, anything to go with animalics. It's just a very pleasant kind of oud wood style oud fragrance, but in extrait de parfum concentration. Super strong, really super intense. It's a bit rosy, but there's a clean, soapy quality. There's spices here. There's darkness, resinous, maybe a little smoky touches. And I also get some faint rose in there. But if you like a robust, oudy, Western oudy fragrance, that really, really smells awesome. So this is Perfect Oud Extrait from the house of MIZENSIR. Let me know if you're familiar with that. It's really good, really. Better than the original, I think. So that is selling for 100 ml 168. 100 ml 168 for MIZENSIR Perfect Oud Extrait. Normally it says 420. That's really a great savings. And then next, going to the house of ACQUA di Parma. This is the original Colonia. The original Colonia normally sells for $228. A tester is selling right now for $60. That's really great price. And Colonia is one of those classic fragrances that you've got to have in your collection. It's a freshie. It's an eau de cologne. So it's one of those fragrances that you wear liberally. It doesn't overwhelm. It's a slight bit barbershop-y, and but it's aromatic spices, green notes, citrus notes, lots of citruses actually, and even citrus floral notes. It comes off soapy, and I think I get the idea of barbershop-y because I think it was worn or used in barbershops in Italy. It's going back to like early 1900s here. But really great price, $60 for a tester, 100 ml tester. Normally it's $228. Really, really awesome price, I think, for that. I think this version, in comparison to the new EDP that launched, is much soapier, much barbershop-ier as well. I have a friend who really wants to get into ACQUA di Parma, but can't stand barbershop fragrances. They keep telling me that they can't get into the ACQUA di Parma fragrances because they all come off very barbershop-y, which is weird. I absolutely love barbershop-y fragrances. So that's Colonia from ACQUA di Parma. What an awesome scent that is. Next, this is also a really great price for a tester because normally this sells for $305. It's now a tester for $130. This is Louis XV 1722 from XERJOFF. Man, I discovered this at Neiman Marcus and was head over heels by how it smelled. This is also a fougere style, but a bit fizzy, champagne-y kind of barbershop-y. But it's so super luxurious, man. Awesome stuff. I find this to be one of the best XERJOFF releases within the last 5 years because it's really, really super delicious. I absolutely love the way it smells. It's creamy. It's lightly fizzy. Not super fizzy like the woman's version that came out last year with the rosé one. This has fizz, but it's more of a mature kind of woody, aromatic, spicy, creamy woods and light smoke running throughout it and giving you like somewhat of a barbershop-y effect there. Oh man, it's good. Really good. So that is $130 for a 50 ml of XERJOFF's Louis XV 1722. Last but not least, going to the house of Memo Paris, it's Winter Palace. So Winter Palace was one of my favorite sweet incense fragrance loves. One of the very first, I should say, not favorites. It's definitely one of the favorites. But Winter Palace, to me, is a great... It's actually, there's incensey touches or smoky touches, I should say, but it's more like tea, but there's incensey smokiness running throughout it. But there's also kind of like a sweet gourmandesque touches and almost like little almond cookies, because it does come off almondy as well. But super cozy, really, really cozy. It's almost like a tea service, tea ritual in somewhere cold. But to me, it's a very warm fragrance. So it's just comes off very, very cozy. So really awesome scent. This is Winter Palace from the house of Memo Paris. That is normally $340, normally $340 for that. This is going for $164. The only thing is I went to the Memo Paris website to double check. They did have $340 listed. It was crossed out and it was $320. So I guess they had some kind of a promotion there. But this promotion for $164 is much better than their promotion. So yeah, check that out. Winter Palace, super awesome scent. So those are all the fragrances I have here that I'm going to talk to you about. There's also two I'm going to talk to you about that I ordered for myself because I found great deals. So I ordered a bottle of PRADA Infusion Mandarin, 100 ml for $85, normally 100 ml for $190. This will be my very first PRADA infusion fragrance. They have a whole series. They have rhubarb, they have probably iris, they have probably vetiver, but this is a great price for the Mandarin. And everything from PRADA comes off very powdery to me. So this is like a Mandarin orange fragrance, like a powdery take on a freshie. So 100 ml, 85, normally 190 for 100 ml. I've ordered it already. Thankfully, it'll be here sooner than later. And last but not least, Montblanc's newer collection of fragrances, sort of like an upper end collection, more like niche style, Star Oud. So 125 ml for $65 tester. Normally it's $125 for $160. That's the fifth, I believe. I have 4 of them already. I'm looking at the bottom of the shelf to see. There's 4 of them. So I just ordered Star Oud. I've been wanting a bottle of it. So I think eventually I'll do a video on that collection, the 5 of them. But 125 ml for 125 ml for $65 tester is a great price. I don't need the box because testers don't come in boxes. And if you want to know about testers versus full presentation, a full presentation would include a box like this. So this is for metallic musk. But the metallic musk I spoke about is full presentation. The only ones that are... well, no, it's not. I'm sorry. I take it back. 90 ml tester for the Viktor and Rolf will come like this without the box. So that's what a tester is. Usually it's the testers that they use in stores. So for you to spray. And so there's usually overstock. And so, you know, there's overstock and they sell them. And it's a better deal because it's not full presentation, all that extra cost to put together that. So there's a few testers I spoke about, like the Juliette Has a Gun Sunny Side Up is also without the box, 100 ml 50 for a tester. So the ACQUA di Parma Colonia is also a tester. Where's that? Right here. No box for this one as well. But again, $60 for this. That's a really great price because normally it's $228. So, and then there's XERJOFF. XERJOFF's packaging is also super weighty, heavy, and like full-on luxury presentation. I'd rather have no box because I've got so many XERJOFF boxes. They're filling up my shelving. I got to take them all apart and put them away. But yeah, some of these are testers. And even the Montblanc Star Oud is a tester, which I don't have here, and I'll sure be talking about them. But anyway, take advantage of these promotions right away. They won't last. I mean, they'll run out for sure. I have them all linked in the while you're watching the video, timestamped, so the product should appear as I'm talking about it. But let me know your thoughts on these fragrances. Let me know any other deals that you guys have found. Add a comment below. Thanks so much for watching to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in to watch the channel. Please like the video, please share it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also click that bell icon, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. See you guys later. Bye-bye.